Hello, this is the sports staff of the Shelby Star. I'm Alan Ford, and this is Ian Richardson, and we're back to talk about Cleveland County football this week. And this week we've got the oldest rivalry in the county hooking up, and added twist to the fact that Shelby's going to Kings Mountain is that both teams are undefeated, which adds an element of just making it exciting and all. Ian, give us your take on what you think's going to come down the pike there.
Yeah, everybody knows two really high-powered offenses like to make good big plays. I think where this one will be decided will actually be on the defensive end. Which team can do a better job stopping their opposition of making those big plays?
In past years, that's been Kings Mountain big struggle is defensively, and did bode well for them. They showed up and had a shutout in a big game against Burns last week, and showed that they're progressing, being physical on the defensive side, and they're going to have to get, Kings Mountain is going to have to get Darquez Lee. They're going to have to keep the Shelby quarterback from getting into a rhythm and just distributing the football. And the same thing's going on with the Shelby defensive people in regards to Darren Burns. Somebody's going to have to put pressure on the quarterbacks for this to make this something happen in this one.
Yeah, absolutely. Tremendous speed up the sidelines and wide receiver. Both teams have a ton of weapons, so be interesting to see which ones will get stopped, if any.
Yeah, this could be a real high scoring game, or it could be like last week, wound up. The defenses make a statement, so we'll be paying attention to that. This week we've also got the Crest Chargers heading up to RS Central. Crest had a strong showing on the road, except for some penalties against T.C. Roberson last week.
Yeah, the one thing Coach Clark was a little concerned with was maybe a little bit of a sluggish start. They punted on their first three possessions, all 3 and outs. So Crest will be looking to get out there and get in a rhythm early and get the ball rolling quickly.
I think if they're able to do that, it will turn into one of these blowout kind of ball games, because RS Central really it seems to be dipping down right now. They start off the season 3-0, and then Shelby went in there and had a big night against them. And then they lost to Drone last week, which is definitely not a good sign for the Hilltoppers. We also have Burns traveling up to East Burke, and a week ago we would have thought this would be a game Burns would go in and handle, but East Burke basically shocked everybody in the league last week by handling East Rutherford 42-24.
Yeah, and after that Kings Mountain defeat last week, Coach Rob Cincinnati and his Bulldogs were tremendously disappointed. They had an outstanding defensive effort, holding Kings Mountain to just 14 points, but couldn't get on the board themselves.
East Burke is doing something this year. I've been told they're playing 2 platoons, which is the first time they've done that since they've gone to 2A. And also, if they get to the fourth quarter in a tight game with Burns, they may have an edge because Burns has a number of guys going both ways. But I think the Burns offense might be able to get back going this week because East Burke is giving up 30 points a game.
Yeah, they're going to have to get that running game moving again. That was one of their issues against Kings Mountain offensively. Just could not get into the secondary with many runs. I think only one time they had a run longer than 10 yards, which is something they're going to have to do against this East Burke team.
Definitely. Well, here we are at the midpoint of the season, and just like I said, the highlight this week is 2 undefeated teams, and we'll keep you up to date next week.